The safety bar slams down with a heavy, final metallic click. There is no turning back now. You are locked into the seat, staring up at a track that vanishes into the low-hanging clouds. This is not a ride. It is a direct challenge to your nerve. Today, we confront 11 machines that defy physics and push the absolute limits of fear. We start in Japan with Takabisha. The train engages the chain, and the slow, rhythmic clack of the lift hill begins. You climb higher, leaving the world below until the horizon tilts. At the summit, the train stops. You are held in place, suspended in the thin air, looking down at a 121-degree drop. It is a beyond vertical plunge that forces your entire body forward against the restraint. Gravity pulls at your chest. The ground waits, impossibly far below, angled inward under the track. You are balanced on the razor edge of a freefall. The plunge ends, but the chaos is only beginning. In the United Kingdom, the Smiler demands total surrender to its steel geometry. It holds the world record for inversions, and as the train hits the first loop, the world stops making sense. You flip 14 times in rapid succession. The sky and the ground trade places until they blur into a single, chaotic cycle of steel and clouds. Your inner ear screams for stability, but the track provides none. Just as your senses begin to recalibrate, you face the next evolution of fear in the United States. X2 introduces 4D technology that strips away your final anchor. Your seat does not follow the track. It rotates independently, spinning you head over heels while the train races forward at breakneck speeds. You are no longer just a passenger. You are a projectile tumbling through space. The track dips, the seat flips, and your perspective shatters. There is no up, no down, and no way to predict the next rotation. You are trapped in a relentless, spinning machine that turns your own momentum against you, leaving you completely disoriented as the ride forces you through a series of violent, gravity-defying maneuvers. The spinning stops, but the violence shifts from rotational to raw, structural impact. In the United States, El Toro stands as a wooden beast that refuses to yield. The massive timber structure groans and creaks under the immense pressure of the train. Every turn is a battle. The coaster shakes your frame with violent, unpredictable jerks that force your fingers to lock onto the safety bar until your knuckles turn white. It is a relentless, physical assault that makes the very air feel heavy with vibration. Across the ocean, the experience changes from grounded aggression to absolute, terrifying exposure. The swarm leaves your feet dangling in midair, completely unsupported. You are suspended off the side of the track, exposed to the elements without a floor beneath you. As the train dives toward a field of simulated wreckage, you are forced to confront the empty space below. The wind rushes past your legs, and the lack of a surrounding car makes every drop feel like a free fall into nothingness. You are not just riding. You are hanging in the open, vulnerable. The vulnerability of dangling in the open air vanishes, replaced by the crushing weight of pure, unadulterated velocity. In the United Arab Emirates, Formula Rasa does not climb a lift hill. It explodes. The train sits motionless on the launch track, a coiled spring waiting to snap. Then, the hydraulic system fires. In a heartbeat, you are ripped from a standstill to 240 kilometers per hour. The acceleration is so violent that it feels less like movement and more like a physical blow to the chest. Your vision narrows as the world outside the train turns into a blurred streak of desert heat. The air pressure becomes a solid physical force, slamming against your face with enough intensity to tear at your skin. This is not a ride you can experience unprotected. Riders must pull tight-fitting goggles over their eyes before the launch, a necessary shield against the debris and the sheer force of the wind. At these speeds, a single pebble or a stray insect becomes a dangerous projectile. You press your head back against the seat, fighting the G-forces that threaten to push your breath from your lungs. There is no time to think, no time to adjust. Only the relentless screaming rush of air as you are propelled to the absolute edge of human aerodynamic tolerance. The blur of the desert fades, replaced by a singular, vertical obsession. In the United States, King Dakar dominates the horizon, a steel titan standing 456 feet into the atmosphere. You begin the climb. It is not a rush, but a slow, deliberate crawl toward the clouds. Every foot of elevation feels like a mile. The mechanical clatter of the chain lift echoes against the vast, empty sky, a rhythmic ticking that marks the seconds of your mounting dread. You look down, but the ground has become a distant, unrecognizable map. The higher you go, the thinner the air feels, and the silence grows heavier. You reach the summit, and for one agonizing, suspended moment, the train stops. You are held at the absolute peak of the world, staring out into the horizon where the earth curves away. Below you, the track vanishes into a sheer vertical abyss. There is no sound now, no wind, just the terrifying stillness of being too high to be safe. You hang in that void, heart hammering against your ribs, waiting for the gravity to reclaim you. Then, the train tips forward. The world tilts, the horizon drops away, and you are pulled into a vertical freefall that leaves your stomach miles behind. The descent is not a ride. It is a plummet into the unknown. The plummet ends, but the assault on your senses has only just begun. You transition from the vertical drop into the relentless, chaotic energy of steel vengeance. This is a machine built for one purpose: to keep you out of your seat. A barrage of airtime hills hits you in rapid succession, each one lifting you against the restraint with violent force. The track twists and banks in a disorienting cycle, throwing you left and right before you can even find your center. Your body is a ragdoll, tossed through a labyrinth of steel that refuses to let you catch your breath. Just as the chaos reaches a fever pitch, the ride changes its rhythm entirely. You are hauled upward, climbing toward a dizzying 325-foot peak. For a brief, singular moment, you are suspended above the world, staring out at a horizon that seems to stretch forever. The view is beautiful, but it is a trap. The track falls away beneath you, and you are plunged into an abyss, so deep it feels like a descent into the earth itself. The speed is absolute. The wind tears at your face, and the sheer scale of the drop leaves your lungs empty. You are spiraling through space, caught in a cycle of rapid-fire transitions and abyssal plunges. By the time the train levels out, your pulse is racing, and you are left gasping for air. The relentless speed of the previous giants vanishes, replaced by a cold, calculated silence. You find yourself in the United Kingdom, facing a masterpiece of psychological terror: oblivion. The train begins a slow, mechanical ascent, but there is no excitement here, only a growing sense of dread. You crest the top, and the track abruptly ends. You are not moving forward. You are not turning. You are simply suspended, hanging over the edge of a massive, gaping hole in the earth. The silence is absolute. You stare directly into the void, a dark, bottomless pit that swallows the light. 1 second passes. You grip the restraint, knuckles white, waiting for the inevitable. 2 seconds. The stillness is agonizing, a deliberate torture that forces you to confront the drop before it happens. 3 seconds. Your heart hammers against your ribs. Then, the magnetic brakes release. The world disappears. You are yanked forward, plunging into the dark tunnel with a sudden, violent force. The air turns cold and heavy as you vanish into the subterranean gloom. There is no sky, no horizon, and no way to tell which way is up. You are falling through a lightless corridor, the sound of the train echoing off the damp walls. It is a primal, visceral drop that strips away your composure, leaving you small and vulnerable. The darkness of the tunnel breaks, but the nightmare is far from over. You arrive in Japan to face the final, most complex giant, Ijanika. This is not just a track. It is a machine that combines every fear into one chaotic 4D experience. As the train accelerates, the track twists, but that is only the beginning. Your seat begins to rotate independently, spinning you head over heels while you race forward at breakneck speeds. The world becomes a blurred smear of steel and sky. You are flipped, twisted, and rotated in every possible direction simultaneously. There is no rhythm, no predictability, and no way to brace yourself. The track loops, and your seat counter-rotates, forcing your body to fight against forces pulling you in conflicting directions. You lose all sense of up, down, or forward. The horizon vanishes, replaced by a spinning kaleidoscope of metal and ground. Every nerve is firing, every muscle is tensed, and your brain struggles to process the constant change. You are trapped in a relentless, multi-dimensional spin that strips away your composure. The machine does not just move you, it dismantles your sense of reality. The chaos is total. A dizzying, high-speed assault that leaves you spinning in the void, unable to tell where the ride ends and your own panic begins. The violent motion finally ceases. The train glides into the station, the screech of metal on metal signaling the end of your ordeal. You sit motionless as the momentum dies, but your body refuses to catch up. Your hands tremble against your knees, and your heart hammers against your ribs with a frantic, uneven rhythm. The safety bar clicks open, a sound that feels impossibly loud in the sudden stillness. You try to stand, but your legs feel heavy, drained of their strength by the relentless G-forces. You step onto the platform, breathing in the stationary air, yet your inner ear still screams that you are falling. You look back at the steel skeleton of the coaster, now silent and waiting for the next group of riders. These machines are more than just steel and gravity. They are tests of resolve, designed to push the boundaries of human nerve. You have faced the beyond vertical drops, the 4D spins, and the terrifying voids. The question remains, which of these giants would you dare to conquer? Does the thrill of the abyss call to you, or is the ground the only place you truly feel secure? The choice is yours. Tell us in the comments below which coaster you would choose to face, and subscribe for more adrenaline-fueled journeys into the limits of fear. Your next adventure is waiting, but for now, the earth is solid beneath your feet.